Welcome to another thrilling episode of How Not to Draw a Seagull. One more way you can be surefire not to draw a seagull on your day off on a Thursday is to draw a circle like this. And then of course, we make sure that we add the construction lines. Construction lines? Then we want to zoom in a little bit because those construction lines are taking up a little bit too much space. And we want to draw just a beautiful eye and another beautiful eye and then some pupils. Then we want to rub out some construction lines and just add a really big nose. Like, just honker. Like a massive, huge nose that comes around and a tiny chin. And then of course we want to add a neck because all animals have necks. Do all animals have necks? Do insects have necks? Nectar? They like nectar. So I closed that, yes, 100% money back guaranteed. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. And then we kind of rub out those construction lines because they get in the way. Some eyebrows, the local library sometimes to find a book to read. And then, is that a seagull? I think we've accidentally drawn a seagull with some construction lines. And there you have it, a fantastic lesson today on how not to draw a seagull with construction lines. Onwards! If you see seagull, you've gone too far and you must turn around and come back. Now, first thing we want to do, if you're not drawing a seagull, is start with the eye. A great start to not drawing a seagull. Then, of course, what you want to do is add just a little bit of a circle. Actually, it's the whole circle. Then we want to add just a little bit of a head, and then maybe a neck. And making sure that it's definitely not a seagull, we want to make sure we draw the body nice and round. That looks like a pigeon. That's not what we want to draw. We want to draw not a seagull. Make sure to add lines there to make it look like a seagull. No, hold on. This is not what we're doing. We're not drawing a seagull. Anyway, let's finish it off because everyone loves seagulls. And then, of course, we need the anatomically correct legs with the 3 toes and a chip hanging out of its mouth. It kind of looks like it's smoking. Don't smoke, kids, unless you're a seagull. Then I don't understand how you can understand this English. Are you an English-talking seagull? Then, of course, you can add the eye on the other side as well, which makes the eyes of the seagull stare deeply into your soul. Your dark soul. Let's try again. One way you can make sure that you don't draw a seagull whatsoever is to make sure that you draw different kinds of legs. A little kneecap, the back of the knee, and then the calf muscle, or the baby cow muscle, and the shin out the front. There are some thin ankles, Simon. That's what they used to call me in high school. We draw the front dorsal part of the foot and some toes because we all know that seagulls do not have toes. They have talons of doom. We need to draw the other leg. Very easy. Kneecap, shin, tiny ankle, dorsal part of the toe, some more toes with Vegemite. Toes of Vegemite. I drew that one a little bit wrong, but we're not just going to ignore that. There's no mistakes, only happy accidents.
We have happy accidents.
And drawing the toenails, they're just little ones, not too big. They're all just dots. It doesn't matter. Just add an all-seeing eye to one of the feet. That's totally fine too. Some eyelashes. Lovely. You want to make sure that your seagull, we're not drawing a seagull. Are you drawing a seagull? I'm not drawing a seagull. We want to add some pantaloons. Just little fluffy ones like this. Just like that, little fluffy pantaloons. Just the bottoms of them, the bottoms of your pantaloons. Then we want to draw a back, a strong back to go in after the Aladdin's lamp. A strong back. Now we want to draw a tail and a butt. This looks like a fluffy duck, Simon. It's not a seagull. It's not a seagull. I swear it's not a seagull. Is it a seagull? Could be a seagull. Do you seagull? Do we need to turn back? This seagull is singing you a song. He's so pretty. He's got a little tuft. He's lovely. You shush. You leave him alone. He has hair. Step number 12. Start with the back of the thumb. Rivulets of skin, as I like to call them. And then maybe, whoa! Get a reminder from your computer to sit up straight with a giant okay. Thank you very much. We're going to draw the nail. Nailed it. Then we want to draw a couple of more little rivulets of skin, and then that big lumpy part on the back of your hand, and then some of those lifelines and the other lines that you use to work out who you are and what you're doing in the world. And that big bumpy thing that nobody else has on their hand except for me. See? Look at it. It's huge. It's like the size and shape of my head. There, look, that. Oh, they're hideous. Hideous. They're like boobs. Oh my God, hand boobs. Got some hand boobs? Draw the hand boobs, maybe just one because this is one hand. Then you've got to draw the wrist. Would you wrist it for a biscuit? I think I would. Then of course you need the finger bases because you've got to have a good foundation for your fingers. I like to draw 4 of them. because that's how many I have. And then that looks weird. They kind of look like eyeballs. And then you've got to draw the tentacles coming out the side. There, look at that. Are they seagull feet? They're webbed. It's either a duck or a seagull. What is that? Keep it clean, family friendly. A seagull. Do seagulls have that neck thing? Like, do they wear neckties? I think they do. The language of the necktie. It's a beautiful seagull. Maybe we'll just finish this finger here because it needs something. That's probably the weirdest thing I've drawn all month. Wait, I need a microphone. What do you call a gap? What do you call a gap between ocean birds? A seagull. I have a real microphone here. Whoops. Probably should have used that. Remember, be kind, be curious, and stay awesome. And I hope that your seagulls are close together and they're not seagulfed apart. Thank you so much for breathing.